It's funny.
Just the awkward silence. I love it.
Well, she's looking up swans hissing.
I know.
Did you find a hiss vid? Go to hissvids.com.
I'm trying to find the one my mom sent me.
Not piss vids.
No.
Not yeah.
You don't want that shit.
Crazy word.
Yeah, you don't want that shit.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Yeah.
What's Gochai?
We are back in the original location of the Coffee and Scream podcast.
Source material.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
On the table that we shattered.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We. That's adorable.
Me. I said me wrong. I said it weird.
Oh, I found the video.
There's no we in me.
Yeah.
Or no.
But there is an I in
we
hiss.
in shattered.
Yeah, play this.
All
I
right,
want to
go
hear
ahead.
the swan hissing. Put that
Apparently
shit-
swans hiss. I did not know that.
So my mom moved house, and there's a swan that comes and visits her now. And she sent me a video one time, and apparently swans hiss at you. So
I've heard ducks hiss. I've never been bitten though.
like
What is happening?
Sounds like
the wind.
like a tornado. Two tornadoes making out. I heard like.
The suspense.
Like he's eating the bread now.
Dropping clinkers. Is that it?
Yeah.
I was thinking there was gonna be like I don't even know what. Like
I
a
hear
cat,
it.
like
I hear
cat's
it.
Hiss.
Let me
Yeah.
see. Can I see?
It's very subtle, but they're like,
Yeah, swan, and they get fucking big, dude.
He's like, just throw it in the fucking water.
You know what I love?
Aw.
Mallards. I'm a big mallard guy.
They're so
Those
pretty.
little green guys.
I
they got green
love
heads.
birds.
Birds are tight.
Birds are so cool.
I love all avian friends.
Your mom needs to name him now.
Yes, I told her that. And she
What was
gets
it, the-
ducks there too.
Yeah.
I think it was like the Argentavis was like the biggest bird ever, supposedly.
What are those ones that look like Muppets? Kinda. You know what I'm talking about?
Muppet.
Oh,
They're
the like really scary looking ones. They kind of Kubrick stare you a little bit.
Yeah, they're like really.
hang on,
They're
hang
gray.
Hang
Shoebill?
on. Yes, I think so. I
Those
think
big
so.
fuckers, they sound like
There's like
yeah, they
Yeah.
sound like a
Wait,
Jeff
hang
Goldblum.
on.
They sound like Jeff
They
Goldblum.
almost look like a animatronic of a bird. Like it doesn't. They don't look real
Yeah,
because they're
bananas.
so.
Cassowaries
This one-
are wild too.
Yes. Gadduh. No.
Gadduh.
Gadduh.
I like that.
Like
I like
Gail Gadduh.
they're like,
my gal. But dude, those are wild and cassowaries. You ever see those? They're like carnivorous ostriches.
holy shit! This one ate an entire fucking monkey.
Yeah. See.
What?
See.
What kind of monkey?
Look at it.
And like
like
a
a
cute little,
capuchin, or
like a
was
little
it-
It's a
spider
little brown
monkey.
one.
Ooh, oh shit!
Ah.
I would cry.
That's way bigger.
Yeah.
Unless they're fighting.
No.
And he's losing. Ooh.
Oh.
What? Play it down.
It's like Jaws. It's like Jaws.
Oh my God.
It's halfway in. Well, more
It's
than halfway.
Quinting. It's Quinting, the poor monkey.
Hey.
Get quinted.
But the
Get
plushies
quinted.
of
yeah,
them
today's
look so
secret word is
cute.
quinting.
The
Yeah.
plushies of them look so cute, though.
Yeah, they're cool.
Let me see.
man. I loved it. Didn't they have dodos in Ice Age, the movie?
Yeah.
Those were cool. They look goofy as fuck.
Yeah.
I
Blue-footed boobies.
love all types of animals, though. Like,
Me too. Birds are really cool,
Yeah.
and
Or is it just at David Attenborough's voice that you like
Yeah.
about birds?
that might be.
I think it might.
I think
You wouldn't be wrong.
you nailed it.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I like all like little creatures and
Yeah.
stuff. Like I put out peanuts and all that to feed animals.
Yeah, you gotta bag you a crow or a raven or some shit.
Yeah.
I've seen them out picking trash out of my garbage. And I say, get out of here.
I see.
No, I
And then they shit on your car.
I see,
That's what it was. I thought it was
Probably. No.
I see
Out of
rabbits all the time.
Rabbits.
In my neighborhood, they're cute. Like they're just like little like grayish brown ones, and they hop around and they just look at you like
They like to run in front of my car.
That's
See,
terrifying.
I've never hit a rabbit, but I did hit a deer the other night.
You hit a deer?
I didn't tell you that story.
No.
No.
I hit a deer. So if you look at my steed out there, it's got a big thing missing off the grill. And I was driving home Tuesday night
A
after
clump of fur in it?
No, there was not. It wasn't that bad.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad.
Gee.
She hit
The look Piper just gave me. She was like, "Did you really do that?"
No. But I'll tell you what. I have gone like speed bump over
No.
a gopher.
No.
It lifted my car up about 2 inches. A fucker was big.
Christopher.
My God.
Yeah, and I got a heavy Avalon. So
One time my mom was driving and I like ran into her because I was doing a coffee run for our manager. This is when I still worked mornings.
You ran into your mom?
Yeah, because
with my car?
With the car?
No. She pulled in to like go to the pet store next to where we work. And I saw her in the parking lot and we're talking and she hears like a hee. And in her wheel there's a frog. It's alive. This motherfucker took a ride from the house to the store with her.
Spinning?
Yeah, just
it's
spinning
like
around and around. Yeah.
Those little gray tree frogs?
No, it was like kind of like one of those greenish, like gray ones.
That's crazy.
Like,
what the fuck?
Imagine it's like, just let me off. I'm so dizzy.
He's just like, I don't even
throwing up.
It's like I can't even look at flies right now. I'm gonna
like my mom listens, so she'll definitely remember what I'm talking about. But
get ready. I'm about to scream in 3, 2. I'm just kidding.
But I was like
shit.
I was like, what the hell? So I helped her get the frog out. And like I was just like, oh my God.
And then it gets squished as soon as it gets out by a car driving by.
Yeah, it gets picked up by a seagull.
I was like, no, the poor guy.
What were you saying about squirrels? No, well, your deer too.
What was the squirrel thing? What was that?
You said a squirrel goes.
I had 2 stories.
You have 2 stories,
right,
and we've been saving it because
yeah. You knew about the squirrel story. I had mentioned that, but not the deer.
I don't know the details.
So I was driving home, and I'm going like not even 25 miles an hour. I'm just cruising. I'm about to get home. It's late at night, like 2 a.m, and right in front of the road, like I would say less than a minute and a half from my house, I see a buck, like a pretty decent sized buck, probably like I don't even know, 10-pointer. It wasn't anything crazy. Maybe like an 8-pointer at 4 per side.
Oh, okay.
Like it wasn't. It was. He was big though. He was big.
I thought it was just like looks.
No, yeah, it wasn't a judge. I wasn't scoring him. I would have had my cards. But I ease up on the gas and I'm clear him, but right behind him was a doe. No. And I smacked her, probably like 25 miles an hour, maybe like,
She'll be okay, probably.
She starfished a little in the road, and then I pulled my car over to the right because I was like, out of 31 years living where I live, I've never even, like, I've had maybe two near incidents.
I had a couple close ones.
But and then bitch got up and ran into the woods, and I was like, I hope she's all right. I don't think I busted anything.
Yeah, I'll go take a look at your dent in a little bit later.
Yeah. Check out my dents. I got a lot of them.
No, we even on the way back from Maxine, we stopped to move a turtle out of the road.
Oh yeah.
So like we
did a good
we
thing.
Look out.
Yeah. He's like, fucking bitch, took me all day to do this. Turns
around. He's like, I just wanted to end it.
He's like, bro, there's a cookie right there.
Yeah, it's like on the other side we moved. He's like, it's okay, no
guy. It's always fucking something.
Like I was like driving out of my neighborhood today, and like a bird was just like in the middle of the road, and I was just like, it's okay, you can go.
Yeah.
I'll wait for you. It's okay.
I don't know if honks
some birds
work on
are real dicks, though. They won't move to the very last second.
Yeah. Like those, like the black-headed seagulls.
Yeah.
With like the little bit of orange, like they'll call your bluff any day of the week.
Yeah,
they don't give a fuck anymore. And remember how many seagulls and stuff I remember as a kid there'd be like 100 seagulls at McDonald's. Like, that's when people weren't being they were like just feeding them fucking
like, oh, they're so cute.
They would buy like an extra fry just for the birds.
I mean, I would. That's just behavior.
It was crazy.
But
I remember that.
We used to get a lot of ducks in the parking lot at work, and one time a female duck was in the middle of a parking spot, just squatting down, just hanging out. And I was like, you're going to get hit. You need to move. So I go to like shoo her along, and I just hear, and I look, and her male lover was trying to dive bomb me.
Oh, was she clutching eggs or something?
I don't think so. She was in the middle of a parking spot.
I mean, that is dumb. But what if the bitch is like, I gotta go, like I'm in labor, and
it's now.
He's like, honey, I don't know where the keys are. And she's like, fuck it, we're doing a water birth. right in this handicap spot.
One time, a mommy duck was like running through the parking lot, and all her babies were following her, and they fell into the sewer drain.
No,
someone got them out, so it's fine.
Yeah.
And yes,
it's calamity left and right.
It really is
a fucking madhouse. We need a hero.
I saw a video of someone rescuing a bat out of a pool. And the bat just like, it was like one of those like flying fox bats, like the big ones. And the bat just like let her like cradle him because like he knew like.
Then he fucking bit him.
Yeah, and they don't have like really any natural predators, do they? Like those big ass fox. what would eat them? Like a fucking tiger? I don't even know.
Well,
where they're
I
at.
mean, their diet is like fruit. They're kind of like
no, I mean, what is
vegan
that like?
creatures.
What diet are they? Is what I'm saying.
I don't
Do
know.
they have
know.
like? Is anything eat those fuckers?
I mean, owls.
Probably humans mostly. It's probably humans eat them.
Like owls eat like mice and stuff. So like,
Well, this is a big fucking fox, like a big.
How
ass
big
bat.
are they?
Dude, look up like what are they called? Goliath.
They're called flying foxes.
Just Google big fucking bats, and you'll see.
I don't like the big ones.
They're scary.
The
But,
ones
that's
that
what
are
I'm
like
saying is like what's gonna
the
take that
ones
shit
that
down?
are like 4 foot tall, look like humans, like
Yeah.
hanging upside down. No, thank you. Like
Night Shift. You ever watch Night Shift?
no.
Stephen King.
Flying
I don't know if it was a big rat or a big bat.
foxes.
Either way.
It was big. All I know is big.
Either way.
Do you want to hear my squirrel story while she looks for this?
Of course I do.
So there's been I would say solid 7 to 8 squirrels that like we've been feeding in my neighborhood that like come here every day. There's a bunch of like Blue Jays and Cardinals and stuff. But there's one squirrel in specific that started by just like climbing our leg. Like when we would sit out there, we'd climb our leg and, take a peanut and then fuck off.
Yeah.
But now it started to like when you'd open the front door to go to work or something, the squirrel would be there waiting and you're like, oh shit, buddy. And you just like leave the door open real quick because you're just feeding it a peanut. And it started to come inside the house to grab its peanut and then it would run out. It knew exactly where to go. And it did this probably for a couple weeks. We just allowed it. It's not like he's never like,
Done
left
anything.
a brick in the fucking, in the doorway.
Yeah.
But so I guess it was hot one day. It was a hot night. And my dad is out on the couch watching like fucking Gold Rush or something. Who knows? Overhauling. Lizard like towing. Good shit.
Right.
And there's a big ass fish tank in our living room. It's probably like 100 gallon or something like that. He says he looks and it's dark. He looks and he sees the fucking squirrel inside the house, just standing on the fish tank waiting for a fucking peanut.
Oh my god.
And
Did your dad scream?
my dad went, what the fuck? So he starts to get up and the squirrel like jumps down because he knows it's peanut time. It jumps down on one of those dinner trays.
Oh.
And it goes, it fucking timbers over, makes a big smash. The squirrel starts like jumping around the house and jumps on the birdcage. And I was in my room. I think I was like playing guitar or on like I was talking to Rib or something.
Yeah.
And I hear just like bells and shit gyrating. And I'm like, maybe my dad like bumped into the fucking thing, go and have a smoke. And once the squirrel calmed down, he got his peanut and he left. And then now he comes inside through the big ass hole he chewed in the fucking screen.
That's something out of like
cool,
a
man.
want to
sitcom.
see him.
You gotta come see him. Squirrel's the fucking dude. I'm about to.
You gotta name him.
If he started juggling, well, his name is Friend.
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 I
But,
like that. That's actually really cute.
If he like got if he got on the fucking fish tank one day and started juggling, I'd be like, man, it totally makes sense.
Right.
It would make sense. That was my squirrel story.
I found
We got a
the
squirrel in the house.
I love it.
I found the wingspan of a flying fox.
Can I guess?
Yes.
16 feet. Probably
Less?
That's
Less.
Probably too long.
4 feet. It's 4 feet.
Yes.
I was close.
Yeah, so flying fox species vary in body weight ranging from 120 to 1,600 G, which is 0.26 to 3.53 pounds.
Right. So
Across-
if
Can I
I'm 7
see?
foot.
All
I'm 7 foot
species.
2.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
No, seriously, but like this is probably what like
Yeah.
4 feet, right?
Uh-huh.
Like this.
About.
Right here.
Your shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be.
No, like-
no ego about it. I don't know.
No, like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That's crazy.
it's
Imagine that in your hair.
its
Wow.
Flapping and biting
wingspan.
you.
No.
Its wingspan is up to 4 feet and 11 inches.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Aww.
Let me find a picture of these guys.
I want to see their faces.
They're cool. They're cool to me. Jess thinks they're scary, but they
I
have
like
the
ugly
cutest
bats with the
faces
weird
ever.
noses.
Oh no, those ones are cute.
Like
I like those
they,
ones.
they have the cutest faces ever. They're like air dogs to me.
They're like, yeah, they
I'm
look like
like-
like a chihuahua almost.
I'm like, oh my
They do.
goodness. But like,
Yeah. Like when you just take a chihuahua by the ear, you push its ears back and you just squeeze its face.
I do that all the
Like
time.
one of those
There's one.
stressed out.
he take a nap.
That's crazy.
He
dude.
taking a nap.
Aw.
He
Yeah, that is
didn't.
that one. That's really cute.
This and he fly now.
If you guys want to feel a part of the show, go to Google and
Like-
type in big ass bat.
Like,
That's amazing.
right?
So
a
since I've
creature.
seen you guys last, let's see here. A few things. One, I got my kid banned on Roblox.
Ooh.
oh yeah, you were telling me.
The voice chat.
Yeah.
This was Mother's Day. We're having a great time. This was the day before. We're playing Roblox together. It's me and my 2 teenage girls, and we're playing this game where it's like a Pictionary type thing. Someone draws something. You guess what it is. My daughter was drawing a telescope. And the way it was like you see them drawing it, it kind of looked phallic. And then I'm like, draw some stars, and she's like drawing all this stuff. And I didn't realize her voice chat thing was on, because she'll turn it on once in a while for my other daughter to go like into the thing. Just it's whatever. It's funny. And I didn't realize it was on. And this one person's like, "What is this or this?" And I'm like, "She's drawing a dick." And then immediately, the voice thing was banned.
Holy fuck!
Oof.
Oh, it's got to be automated, because I'll say there's no way there's some psycho hovering over the button like, I fucking got one.
Maybe, I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then she's like,
I mean, there's kids on there. I understand that.
And I was like, at least like you're not gonna be in trouble because I'm the one that did it.
Yeah. Okay, if your technology's so good, how can't you tell that's not me?
Yeah.
That's me, Mora.
Exactly. That's my mother.
Doesn't count. Rules are rules. Rules are rules.
Yeah, but also like,
are you like IP banned, or does she have to make like a new?
No, she just got the voice chat feature taken away. Like she can't, because there's a thing.
Ever again, or is it like a 30-day or something?
I don't know. Stay tuned.
Well, she's only using it to fucking
be silly.
Yeah.
It
sucks.
Yeah, but also like my 16-year-old, like in high school, in gym class, like came home and I was dying because they make up games for these kids to like keep them busy. Like they made up, like they'll combine 2 sports. Like they did basketball and soccer. What would you call that?
Soccer ball.
What was it called?
Bocker ball.
What?
Ball. Okay.
Wait, I have another one. It's way worse.
Yeah, but what is the ball at the end? You don't need that.
I don't know.
Just call it Bocker or Baki.
I don't know. So
like the show.
All right, and another one, which this is the one that killed me, is kickball and soccer. Guess what it's called?
Cocker. No way.
No,
It is cocker ball. Cocker ball.
Cocker? I hardly know her.
So
That is so dumb.
And it is so stupid. So I was like,
You
instead
can
of
name it something cool. You can call it like bitchin' ass game we're gonna play today.
No.
That's a way better name.
cocker ball is where they
that
settled.
might be a better
Cocker
name,
ball
actually.
is crazy.
But instead of them making up these stupid games that like no.
It's like cock and balls.
No.
That's what it sounds like.
It really does. But also
You
like
say it
these,
fast, it's
these
what it
kids
is.
are 16. School's a bit of a chore for them. Give them something happy. Bring back parachute day. When you don't have things to do, let them have some whimsy and do parachute day. Let them ride on those little scooters that they'll fall backwards and roll over their fingers.
Oh,
like
those are the fucking worst, dude.
I have one at my house.
It's like the high school student, like the average high school student in the modern day has the stress levels of a psych ward patient in the 1940s. It's just like, let them have whimsy. Bring back nap time for them. I don't know.
It's crazy.
But
I was like, I saw her cocker ball. I was like, no.
You're like, what? Like, what's
I
going
might
on?
have to complain.
Why don't you let the fucking art teacher come up with the names? They're probably the most creative ones, right?
Yeah.
You know, for the fucking sport. Like, we need help. We need to throw in a fucking feeler, and they go to the art room.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. You can name it anything. It doesn't have to be a fucking play on words. What is this? Is this improv class too? What the fuck is this?
It's like, and you know, they were probably so proud of themselves when they came up with that, cocker ball.
Do you think they were setting the kids up so they maybe they wanted to throw a bunch of kids out and be like, hey, immature, go sit. Like, do you think they were just setting the kids up? They felt like fucking thumb in the air. They felt like doing this.
Well, apparently the guy is always blowing the whistle all the time.
Too, wouldn't you?
No, but the female gym teacher, she's always like, she'll make noise. She's like, all right, whatever, like stop, like enough. So
she was the librarian.
I told my daughter, I'm like, I should give you like 5 whistles, and you just pass them out to random kids in class, and you all take turns, like blowing the whistle.
Hey, who's that?
Exactly.
Yeah, you just spread out.
Yeah, I want. Even better if you're not friends with these kids, like literally spread out.
Yeah.
And she's like,
we can have Piper in the bushes.
She's like, do you think that would be like, would I get in trouble? I'm like, I don't care. Like, you're fine. Like, what's he gonna say? Like, a good one.
Yeah.
Like,
you get a license for this whistle.
I remember when I was in high school, they couldn't call dodgeball anymore. So you want to know what they called it?
Kill zone. Sorry.
They called it, which I feel like is very similar, duck ball.
Duck ball?
Yeah.
Like, because you're supposed to duck?
Yeah.
See, I hate that name.
But dodge isn't a bad.
That is a good point. If it's the same game, then what the fuck?
You're dodging.
Dodge, duck,
Dodge
dip,
is
dive,
never-
and dodge.
dodge-
What is the next? It is the next D in dodgeball. What is it?
I don't-
You ever watch dodgeball?
No.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
But I was
So
just
they got
like,
dip and dive next. Those
Yeah.
are coming next.
I hated gym class anyway. Like I just sat in the corner with my friends while we talked shit. But
Elementary
I was just
school gym was fire.
I was on the bleachers with headphones on.
I was like the last like couple classes that know what the fitness gram pacer test is. Like
I hated that. Like,
Yeah.
climb the rope. It's like, you climb the
Yeah.
rope. It's like, I got like 2 feet off the ground and I was like, that's all I'll
How
do.
about this? I can beat everyone in climbing down the rope the fastest. How about we
Ow.
start at the top and we'll see who wins?
I
Rope
am
burns.
the fastest. I am the fastest at looking at the rope and saying no, thank you. I'm
I
walking
could-
I
away.
have done it. Though. I have done it.
I used to be, I could do pull-ups like back
Oh, I don't think
back
I've
in the
ever
day.
done one.
Now, no.
I couldn't do that.
I have the muscle tone of like veal.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, no.
If we
I'm
have
good.
to fight crime, we gotta beef up. We gotta
We really
guys
do.
donate. Donate whey protein to the Buy Me a Coffee.
Yes.
Buy me a protein.
Buy
shake.
me at protein.com.
But yeah.
Buy me a protein.
As I drink my Yoo-Hoo. It's so good.
Yay.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. And you know what though? The variety of chocolate milks and flavored milks that they had at this specific store was a lot. They had a strawberry banana. Nesquik.
Oh, that. I
Nesquik.
think I've had that.
It's a different animal, but
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
not bad.
you want just like your chocolate water.
It's light. It's
Yes.
light. You know, and not that I'm lactose,
Right.
but it's light.
Yeah, they had Fairlife. They had all.
Whose life?
Yep.
You know,
So many different milks.
Yeah.
Milks for days.
you ever have tres leches?
The cake?
Yeah, the cake, like the Spanish cake. It's fucking
No.
good. I would highly recommend it. We had tiramisu. I think we should do that.
Yes.
There's got to be like was there like a Mexican serial killer?
I'm sure there were.
There's got to be one,
There's
right?
got- yeah.
Gotta
Oh,
be
there
one
ha-
per.
Oh,
Probably
there's
Easter Island
there's
serial killer.
another
There are so
possible
many.
serial killer, not just the New
Not
England,
the New England?
not the New England one that's in like West Virginia area.
What?
Yeah, I talked to one of my friends, and they have found 3 to 4 bodies naked along a road, and they're like, yeah,
How far apart are all of them?
I don't know. I'll have to get more information, but it's a little concerning.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So,
No, I
Oh,
can't
also-
imagine having kids.
also-
It's fucking scary, dude.
Speaking of dead bodies being found, I started watching Twin Peaks. Chris.
I wish it wasn't real. I wish I could just put in a little bit of Laura's theme for that. I mean, hey, I could play it. I'll play Laura's theme. I'll add it that part.
Oh my god, I love her theme. It like punches me in the gut every time I listen to it. Like
Angelo Badalamenti, dude. R.I.P.
I have a playlist on my phone, and it's like full of like movie, like musical, like TV film scores that like I enjoy, and her theme is on there.
And you know the
it's just,
craziest
like,
thing? Like, the craziest thing is that song, Laura's theme, was as is. Like, David Lynch sat next to Angelo, and he played it through on a cassette, and David Lynch, like, pretty much talked the story as he played it, and then that was the final rendition. I'm pretty sure he didn't change anything from that session.
And I'm only like so far into the story, but it's just like I already have like, and I know this is like corny to say because she's just a fictional character, but it's just like I have such an emotional attachment to her already, and I'm like, Laura.
I see myself more of a log
I'm
lady.
like, Laura, no.
No, Laura, yeah, exactly.
like-
It's so tragic.
Because I feel like it's one of those crime shows that focus less on like the crime and more on her.
Yeah.
So it makes her feel more real.
Because it's not like people are dying
Yeah.
every 5 minutes. It's like this took over the entire
Yeah.
town. Everyone is like involved in talking about what just happened.
Exactly.
Because it's never really happened. It's a small town. It's quiet.
And it's just like, oh my god, like no, like
Just think about it. Like Laura Palmer in that is the sacrificial lamb.
I
Like
think
in the whole grand scheme, if you want to talk about allegories and shit, I
and
guess.
I think it's also like such a good commentary on like the violence towards women in society, and like the fact that society would rather blame like external factors or the women themselves instead of the men for the violence that happens towards them. And it's just
wait for one-eyed what is it, One-Eyed Willie's, what's the fucking
One-Eyed Jack or whatever.
One-Eyed Jack.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my god, the show is so good so far. I can't wait to finish it. I can't wait to watch Fire Walk
Jess,
with me.
you gotta get it. You gotta.
know.
Because all three of us could be buzzing right now. We could all be talking about Bob.
I also pre-ordered The Secret Diary of Laura Palmer on Audible, and I'm gonna listen to that.
Is it like a written thing?
It's a book that goes deeper into her story.
Well, let's not spend too much time on this because I don't want to, because Jess has never seen this or anything. But.
And it's actually narrated, the audiobook, by Cheryl Lee.
Oh, that's
so yeah. And
did you see Wild at Heart?
No.
That's the Nicolas Cage David Lynch movie.
No.
But she's in it as like Glinda. She comes as like a fairy. I guess Nicolas Cage, I don't know if he ate a cactus or something in the fucking desert. But he looks like he's like having a heat stroke and he's seeing her, and I was like, my Laura.
My Shayla.
I turned right in the fucking...
No, my Shayla.
So you were going to say something about this new killer to bring it back to the start. What's going on with this? You said there was 4 bodies found along a road. This is the same road? Is it like a long
I'm
interstate?
going to read the message. This is what they said to
thing?
me. This is what they said to me. Hold, please.
Was this a request to cover it, or just more so, hey, have you heard this?
Okay. It goes, listening to the pod, we are in the midst of a possible serial killer here, like 5 minutes down the road. I said, is it the same one I mentioned? And he goes, no, ours is local, but the local cops don't want to call it a serial killer. These are the same cops that didn't want to stop the DC sniper for fear of getting in trouble for arresting Muslims.
Oh,
naked bodies.
Jesus, optics are a hell of a fucking thing, man.
Naked bodies naked bodies left on the side of Route 1, but yeah, it couldn't be connected. Like as like a sarcastic thing, like it's,
yeah, as an eye roll.
And then I said, I'm like, I haven't heard about it. He goes, it's been really weird. Like the first body, it's like, oh, it's a city, that's normal, I guess. And then number 2 and 3, like,
yeah, well then you start, because it's hard to establish a pattern off of one thing.
Yeah.
It's like, what if it could be fucking anything?
Times are wild, man.
You know?
But I guess they always have been. Since we're on the topic of tonight.
Yes.
Is
it?
The Black Dahlia.
Oh, Elizabeth.
Yes.
What's her name? Short?
Elizabeth Short.
Okay,
yes.
I know a little bit. And the band's awesome. Nocturnal's a banging album.
Black Dahlia Murder.
Yeah. R.I.P. Trevor.
She is. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
What happened to her. And like she wanted to be a star, and then this is how she got it. Like it sucks.
Yeah.
You feel for her.
Rest in peace, Elizabeth Short. You would have loved the X trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would have.
And like, so from what I know with her murder is that, did they ever catch a person? Because I don't think they, yeah, exactly. I don't think they caught someone from that.
No.
But they know who Jack the Ripper is.
Do they though?
That's a good point. I don't.
Do they?
I mean, because I feel like I've seen that like 3 times in the last 15 years.
I feel like it is so.
I
feel like it is so late that you can't be 100% certain.
I almost feel like they're never going to solve John Bonet. Like it's
that is just
the waters
so weird. That
it's gotten too muddy. They muddied the waters way too much, and now it's like I don't know like what's what anymore.
Yeah.
But we'll be reading an article on Ranker from Patrick Thornton called "Everything You Need to Know About the Black Dahlia Murder and Whether It Can Ever Be Solved." On the morning of January 15th, 1947, a mother's morning walk with her young daughter turned into a nightmare when she discovered the mutilated body of a young woman in a vacant lot. That body turned out to be 22-year-old Elizabeth Short. Over the years, people grew to know her as the Black Dahlia. More than 70 years have passed since Short's brutal murder, but there are many more questions than answers. Who did it? Why was her body moved to a vacant lot? Why did she check all of her belongings at the Greyhound bus station days before her murder? Short came to Hollywood after World War II to become a star, and in a horrific turn of events became an icon of pop culture and true crime. To this day, her story remains an enigma.
A female reporter may have found the killer. Agnes Aggie Underwood, no relation to Carrie.
Or Agnes Ardal.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I miss her.
outperformed many of her male colleagues as an investigative journalist in Los Angeles. Underwood had a penchant for murder cases and was excited to cover Shorts. Despite her detailed and vivid reporting, Underwood was taken off the case not once but twice during the drawn-out investigation. Conspiracy theorists who are convinced the LAPD was plotting a cover-up believe Underwood was close to solving the case. At the end of her life, Underwood confessed to her grandson that she knew the identity of Short's murderer. When pressed for questions, the ailing Underwood flatly replied, "He's dead and it doesn't matter anymore."
Yeah. I mean, still say it.
Yeah. And what would they want with this cover up? I mean, was she famous enough that it would have looked bad for the precinct, or was she like rising?
No, she wasn't, like, she was nobody still, but
just her murder's what.
But just her murder
made
was
her
so.
famous.
It was so shocking, and the way she was found, it was
Yes. She was drained of blood. Like she
sounds like a genie's wish gone wrong.
I know.
Like, I want to be famous.
If you
Like,
find anyone like
happens.
that and you want to know who did that, like that's pretty.
Like I'm sure the article will get into it, but the way like her mother found out about the murder is someone called her and lied and was just like, "Oh, we want information about your daughter because she won a beauty contest," and she had to come down and fucking identify her at the morgue. That's how she found out her daughter was dead.
Jesus.
Not like a "I'm sorry," like we found your daughter and she's gone. Like, "Oh, your daughter won a beauty contest. Come down and say and congratulate her."
Man.
Like,
well,
like,
I mean, as fucked up as that is that something they normally do just in fear of the person not showing up? But this is my thing.
No, I would say I have information. I need to talk to you in person. Can you, are you I will come to you. I would I don't.
Was it for her own safety to think she was going to want to crash in her fucking car and
I don't
a
know.
hysterical fit while she
No,
driving?
I don't.
That would fuck me up, dude. You'd have to drive.
I don't know.
You'd have to fucking drive. You'd have to probably, I'd probably end up just fucking running there on foot. Forget that I'm even in a vehicle.
Yeah.
no.
All right. Well, some think the cops let Short's murderer get away. In her true crime biography of Elizabeth Short, Black Dahlia, Red Rose, author Pugh Eatwell contends that a bellhop... All right, enough.
Come on! His name is Pugh Eatwell?
I think it's...
That's far.
It's a girl. It's...
Oh, she. Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
Pugh Eatwell, contends that a bellhop named Leslie Dwayne Dillon orchestrated Short's murder. Dillon was briefly a suspect... He was briefly a suspect after sending a letter to the LAPD claiming a man named Jeff Connors murdered Short. The cops ostensibly wrote off Dillon as crazy and claimed Connors was a figment of his imagination. One theory, however, posits that Dillon murdered Short because she knew about a hotel robbery he was staging with a couple of other men. Somewhere along the way, crooked cops and gangsters meet and Dillon is left alone with LAPD while LAPD follows other leads. Maybe the Dillon theory is just a theory, but a substantial body of evidence, including that he knew a number of gruesome details about the murder, suggests otherwise.
The Black Dahlia's body was cut in half and drained of blood. When police arrived at the scene, they quickly determined that Elizabeth Short's body had been posed. Short was described as lying on her back with her arms raised over her shoulders and her legs were spread in a twisted display of seductiveness. Ew. Short was also cut in half at the waist, her bottom half approximately 10 inches from the top half of her body. The corpse was drained of blood and carefully washed. Rope and burn marks indicated that she had been tortured leading up to her death. One of the most infamous crime scene photos shows her face slashed ear to ear in a garish grin.
Ugh.
Fucking man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was there any, fuck, dude. Was there any murders even around that time that were similar enough?
No.
There's a one fucking, I don't believe that it was a one-time thing unless just
Cause
got better at it. Or, I don't know.
A retired police officer thinks his father murdered Short.
What did you say? What was that?
A retired police officer thinks his father murdered Short.
Interesting. Well, this goes down to the cover-up thing, right?
Yeah. This is because Elizabeth Short's body was bisected with such precision, then carefully drained of blood and washed clean, police suspected a doctor murdered the Black Dahlia. Retired police officer Steve Hodel claims that his father, a well-respected Los Angeles doctor, murdered Short. Hodel cites a photo album with a picture of the actress, which he found while cleaning out his father's home after his death.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Come on.
The late doctor's handwriting is also similar to that found in letters written to the police by the Black Dahlia Avenger, an unknown person who claimed to be the murderer. While law enforcement remains skeptical of Hodell's findings, he has a large following who believe he has solved the murder of the Black Dahlia. I have seen shows with him, and also his father, I think, was like a plastic surgeon. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like, or he like,
but
or the women would go
clean.
The women would go there for like back alley abortions and shit like that. So like,
but we know what I'm saying is like from the pictures in memory, it's been years since I've seen those pictures.
Also,
they weren't clean. You know what I'm saying?
The cuts?
Yeah, they weren't that clean, were they?
They weren't, not to her. God, to her face, no.
Unless she was alive and struggling and moving around.
I don't know.
It wouldn't make sense. If he's a surgeon, then I'd expect cleaner work.
For her own sake, I would hope she wasn't alive when that. Yeah.
And also, Chris, to answer your question before, my timing could be off. I don't remember exactly when this other case is happening, but the Cleveland torso murder was an unsolved crime that was taking place, but this was in LA, and I think that was in Cleveland, Ohio. So I think it was too far of a discrepancy location wise for it to be connected at all. But I think there was like something that was like, oh, it could have been that.
All speculation, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
for sure.
Defamation.
For sure.
But anyways, the media connected the Black Dahlia to the lipstick murder. The media did a great deal to sensationalize the murder of Elizabeth Short, dubbing it the werewolf murder, before finally giving her the moniker of the Black Dahlia. A month after Short's murder, a middle-aged woman was found beaten to death in her home with a message written on her body in red lipstick. The media quickly connected the lipstick murder to the Black Dahlia, suggesting that there was a sadistic serial killer loose in the city. Some claim the theory has more credibility than initially believed, but no conclusive connection between the two murders have ever been made.
Not to be cute, but you know what also happened in 1947?
What?
Roswell.
I
think it was an alien doing all this?
This was a good choice.
Yeah, it was good. Root beer is fucking snacks. And I had sarsaparilla soda when I was out in PA, and that was fucking divine.
What is
recommend
sarsaparilla?
It's like another root. It's like another tree root that you can make soda out of, I guess.
Huh.
Like taro, I think, is a root. Ginger.
Okay.
You know,
I do like a ginger ale.
Roots like sodas. There's a lot of fucking roots in sodas.
I don't know.
I want taro soda. Taro rips.
Sarsaparilla sounds like a really sassy lady.
Oh, yeah, sassy.
That's my
Sassy.
drag name.
That's your drag name?
Sarsaparilla.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
There's probably already one.
It's okay.
It's fine.
You can spell it differently.
Yeah, if I see, like, I love a fountain soda. So if I see that there's root beer,
Sign you up.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, just don't hand it to me.
I like
I might spill into the carpet.
Thank God
the
you
movie
were
theater.
not there.
I like the ones with the touch screens that like let you make your own like soda concoction,
Yeah,
like
you can
the
make something
fucking
weird.
like Dr. Pepper, like.
I used to do that as a kid at the roller skating rink. I'd be like, make me a graveyard. That's what we would call it.
Is that where we put everything?
Yeah.
A graveyard. I like that.
A graveyard, and it was just a little bit of each soda, which is so disgusting in hindsight. But I was
fruit
7.
Punch in there, and
I was
like,
7 or 8, and I was like, I'll have a graveyard.
There's like Mountain Dew and
That's
Coke.
so cool. Mountain Dew and Coke's not bad. I used to do, was it Black Gold? Or Dr. Coke? Dr. Pepper and Coke?
Dr. Coke.
Dr. Coke
Dr.
fucks.
Coke. But I feel like Dr. Pepper and Coke isn't that bad because they're
kind
both
of the
dark
same family.
sodas, so it's just like
similar. It's just like a little something's going on in the Coke.
Dr. Dew.
But I wouldn't mix Mountain Dew with anything
Dew
because
pepper.
Mountain Dew feels like radioactive already to me.
Yeah,
Like
it glows in the dark.
Kind of does, yeah. Alrighty. Anyway. The media fabricated stories about Elizabeth Short. As reporters delved into the life of Elizabeth Short, they uncovered a likable woman with lots of friends and male suitors. Needing to keep the case in the headlines, some of the less ethical reporters at tabloids began fabricating stories about Short, with some even insinuating she was a sex worker. The tabloids pointed to the tight dresses Short was wearing for proof of her behavior, and although Short led a tumultuous life, most of her friends saw her as a respectable woman who was just trying to make a go of things in Hollywood. Yeah, they really painted her out to be
Yeah, like why was she out that late? Why
and
was
like
she
their thing, I don't
fucking-
know if it's in this article or not. She would do things which was called dating for dinner, which you basically accept a dinner invitation because you wanted to eat dinner that day.
Yeah.
She didn't have a lot of money. Like
She's
she
that
was
broke.
Yeah, she was trying to,
It was like kind of like what they did to Amanda Knox. Like they like needlessly like sexualized her for no reason, and that didn't help her case at all.
She was found naked. She was found with this.
It like
and obviously like the body it wasn't like it didn't all happen there, right? The blood was somewhere else. So this body was placed and posed. So that was a direct communication, right? Would you say that direct communication to whoever was going to find it? But then if some random on the street found it, I hope they wouldn't fucking touch it. They'd probably puke in the bushes and then call the fucking police.
The
someone.
lady that found it, she was like pushing her baby in a stroller. She thought it was a mannequin. She thought it was a store mannequin that was just like tossed.
It's never a mannequin.
It's never a mannequin.
Never.
Yeah.
Like every time I'm driving and I see a trash bag on the side of the fucking road, I don't think
You go and rip
just
that
garbage.
bitch open.
I'm like, there's a fucking corpse in there.
Yeah, or a puppy or something. You know, people are sick.
I was like, what the
I
fuck?
don't know. I never see that sounded like projection. I swear, I've never put a puppy in a bag.
I know. I
Threw
know.
it off to like fucking. I've seen people just throw laundry. I've seen like a fucking pair of jeans just go
You
flying
see
in
the
wind
one
on the
shoe.
parkway.
There's always the one
There's
shoe.
always the one shoe.
Oh, I saw
Why?
a video and like it was like a really windy day and it was like this apartment complex and they had like a courtyard in the middle and I guess it was like one of those ones where you could like put a clothesline out by your window.
Yeah.
And it was a really windy day and someone's like overalls like came like flying towards the camera.
That's crazy. The wind will take them, dude.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Especially if they're wet. I've seen a video of a guy
Yeah.
make a life like one of those floaties out of pants by like filling them with air while
yeah.
they're wet.
Yeah.
And he was
Well, being a kid, ever jump in the pool wearing a big T-shirt?
yeah,
and
and you're like, hey dad, I look like you.
Yeah.
He's like, shut the fuck up.
fucking
He's
drunk.
yelling at me through his cigarette.
Yeah.
But multiple people have confessed to her murder. The mystery of Elizabeth Short's murder and the mystique of the Black Dahlia caused dozens of people, both men and women, to falsely confess that they murdered the would-be actress. All of the stories have similar outcome. The cops took the person into custody, then found out their story missed key facts about the murder or timelines didn't add up. Max Handler claimed he only confessed so that he could get away from a gang of men whom he said kept following him. Handler, a small-time actor, was seen by the police as mentally unstable and also completely innocent. He was the 25th person to make a false confession in the Black Dahlia murder investigation.
25th?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Yep.
People on the notoriety. It's one of the biggest murders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, tell me Max Handler isn't the greatest bouncer name.
That is a...
Fuck.
That is a cool name.
He's hired based on the name alone. Tell him he starts tomorrow.
Any handler.
Fuck it. He starts tonight.
You start Monday.
Yeah, he starts Monday.
The police thought a woman killed her. The LAPD applied the Jill the Ripper theory to Elizabeth Short's murder for a time, looking at women who have previously been convicted of murder only to be set free. 3 women were possible suspects, and many still see them as potential murderers. Winnie Ruth Judd, who had dismembered one of her victims and went by the moniker the Blonde Butcher, is a particular favorite. However, none of these women had ever committed a murder as torturous, meticulous, and gruesome as Short's.
No one is sure how she got her nickname. Even the small details of Elizabeth Short's murder seem to contradict one another. The most popular origin story of how Short became the Black Dahlia maintains that the tenacious female reporter Agnes Underwood gave Short the moniker, riffing off a popular film from the previous year, The Blue Dahlia. It was a noir film that followed a suspicious murder, though one far less gruesome than Short's actual slaying. Another report floated around over the years is that Short's nickname was based off of her raven black hair, and the fitted black dresses she was known for wearing around Hollywood. It is unclear if people called her the Black Dahlia before her murder, based on the myriad conflicting accounts.
It's not the worst nickname.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Short had a police record. Although the media tried to paint Elizabeth Short as having a seedy past, she had only one run-in with the law shortly after her arrival in California in 1943. It was a harmless enough incident. Short and her friends had too much to drink at a restaurant, and the cops had to be called in. She was arrested for underage drinking, but never charged with the crime. Although the police sent her back home to Massachusetts, she returned to California a few months later and settled in Hollywood to begin her acting career. The arrest gave us her famous mugshot and fingerprint samples used to identify her mutilated corpse a few years later.
Oof. Elizabeth Short was last seen at a famous Hollywood hotel. Multiple corroborative accounts set up a basic timeline leading up to Elizabeth Short's murder. Robert Manley testified that he gave Short a ride from San Diego back to LA, dropping her off at the historic Biltmore Hotel. A doorman also recalls seeing Short leaving the hotel one evening with an unknown man. She never came back. The Biltmore takes pride in being the last place that Elizabeth Short was seen alive. You can even order a Black Dahlia cocktail at their bar to toast Short, which I feel like is distasteful.
Morbid. It's kind of icky.
Unless it's free.
It's icky.
If it's free, then that's fair.
Then to be like, yeah, I don't
or if they say this directly goes to
No.
whatever state.
It's just distasteful. It's just glorifying an awful thing that happened to a woman.
Would you say is it wrong to make? Would it be wrong to make like a shot that's like based off like Abe Lincoln?
Yeah.
Like, do you think like enough time will pass and you're like, hey, it's tongue in cheek. It's not that bad.
Well, like
if it's fresh, I mean, 47's kind of fresh for me. I don't know.
I don't know. It just
47's real fresh.
Shut out, Jesus Christ.
I feel like that it's just like I don't know because like
I feel like anytime someone's murdered, probably best not to merchandise it.
You don't have to. You don't have to be like the bar that's like every one of our shots is based on an assassination or murder.
It's
like welcome to my diner. Have you tried the Ted Bundy cakes?
It's like the Lizzie Borden thing, right? Do they sell like food? Like you want the axe burger or something? Like, do they
I
do
don't
crazy
think
shit
so.
Like that'd be crazy.
The most you can do at the bed and breakfast is like pose on the couch, like how Andrew Borden was found. Like
which I would do.
Is that the couch?
Yeah.
Though?
Yeah. No, it's a replica.
Okay.
It's
in
a
the
replica
same spot?
Yeah.
And they have like an axe you can pose with, like sitting on the couch. And
I mean,
everything.
I might sit down like a job interview.
Well,
and I'd be like, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm not gonna lay down. I'm just gonna sit here.
Remember, I was like, we'll book it and we'll stay overnight. I'm like, but I'll have to take the bed. Piper, you have to sleep on the floor next to the bed.
It's okay.
And where Abby Borden was.
I wouldn't give a shit.
But yeah, don't if someone was tragically murdered, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't make a cocktail.
It's like people going to Auschwitz and posting selfies on the train tracks. It's like bad.
Duck face on the train tracks of Auschwitz.
It's like in bad taste.
It really
is. It's like you don't do that. That's like no. Like read the room. Like
all right, let's round this out.
Know your environment.
Yeah, for real. Know your audience. Elizabeth Short wanted to be an actress. The gruesome nature of Elizabeth Short's murder and the mystique of the Black Dahlia have overshadowed the real woman for decades. Short came from a small town of Medford, Massachusetts, where she was raised primarily by her mother after her father abandoned the family in the wake of the Great Depression, going so far as to fake his own death. What an asshole. Short grew up going to movies and became infatuated with the idea of going to Hollywood and becoming a star. It had all the makings of a small town girl makes a good story. A friend of hers once said, once you saw Bet Short, you couldn't forget her. And that is some details of the Elizabeth Short murder. That's not everything. There are so much about this that theories and suspects and
I mean it's
it's just sad. Like
she's like one of my Roman empires, one of my many Roman empires.
Yeah.
Like I don't have one Roman empire. I have a lot.
I do too.
I
do too.
I
get it.
Oh, this poor girl. Like
yeah.
I was gonna say thank God for underage drinking because she wouldn't have had fucking fingerprints for them.
Yeah. Exactly, because back then, like, what did they?
47. I mean, shit.
Like
I don't know what the fuck.
They still collected evidence and all that, but like they weren't really doing much with it. Because
but they sounded like this.
Yeah. Say.
I just thought of something, and I will save it for after recording.
Okay.
It's
deep cut.
It's a deep cut.
Oh, that's probably a good
one.
You guys gonna have to pay extra for that. Donate. Buy me a coffee / what is it? What's the coffee?
Oh, we'll get there.
No,
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
It's called a fast plug. It's called a fast plug, and then you move on.
Disney Fast Play.
50.
50 cents. Oh. Now, if we're rating that, because I thought I was scoring something earlier. Let me score this. 4.7. It wasn't terrible.
47.
I figured that
4.7.
4.7. Yeah, 4.7.
I
I was doing a
I'm
Portnoy.
probably gonna
I
have
was
you
doing a
cut.
Portnoy
I'll
thing.
probably have you cut that out anyway.
No one says point.
4.3.
I can cannon a really big burp. You think so?
I don't
know.
know.
It's a 4.3?
Uh, I sent a.
I can't force a burp. I'm gonna.
No,
throw
I was
up.
saying her
She
rate.
just pukes across the table.
The silence.
Please, I would leave. I would leave.
rate it.
I wouldn't even say goodbye. I would just walk out the door and
Immediately
leave.
starts crying, apologizing. Oh, that'd be crazy.
I would rate your burp a 10 out of 10.
You're so sweet,
You're so welcome.
but you hear me at work, and they're much louder.
No, she.
Yeah, you got the upstairs. She's got the
I
downstairs.
roar.
Right?
Yeah, she is the burper, and I'm the farter.
Yeah,
at work. Like,
You guys have a duplex. A duplex.
There will be times that this bitch will be sitting on the stairs, just turning and looking at me, having a conversation, and sometimes she's not even saying anything, just eye contact.
That's.
Just eye contact, and like, it's like some like little poppers, and I'll like look at her. I'm like, "Did you just fart?"
Did you drop something?
And she's like, "Yeah."
It's just like a little.
It sounds like it almost sounds like a squeaky chair or something. It's like
A church mouse squeaker, as they call it.
but is it funny or not?
it's always funny.
Like, thank you.
Yeah, it's
It is
never not
always funny.
Like one thing about me is that
She
my
gon' fart.
farts are very comedically timed.
She'll eat about a pound and a half of hummus. And then,
She's got the toots. Oh, Piper.
Oh my
they're
goodness
funny. I
gracious!
don't care what anyone says. They're funny, man. They never.
I'm just a girl. Like
They make me laugh every time, so it's fine.
Yeah, even when someone bends over, I'm
yeah.
like, come on, dude. It never gets old. And the more pissed off they get, I mean, that's. Oh, dude. Just wait for the next one.
He's
You're gonna hate the
gotten
next
me
one.
so many times with that. Like one time a shooter fell down and I bent down to pick it up and he just went, and I was just like, you fucking son of a
Bro.
bitch.
Like sometimes I'll even turn my head and I'll see someone like drop something and I'm like, they're gonna pick it up. And then I'll kind of like, as soon as I see like a shoulder go down, I give it like a breath and then and they're like, what the fuck?
It's like
You don't do that to customers, though, right?
Oh, once in a while. I mean, I'll tell you what. There have been multiple times where I've pursed my lips in preparation, but I had to pull the trigger
I have like learned
or pull the plug.
You're so good at it.
Thank you.
I have like learned to around Chris not bend at the waist.
Yeah, you gotta
to
neo.
pick things up.
You gotta neo
Like
it.
I just
You
like
gotta bend with your knees, like
yeah,
drop
like,
down.
I'm like
And I'm sitting here watching
No.
like J.K. Simmons and Whiplash, like
He's waiting.
I'm like, slip up.
I'm
Were you
like-
rushing or were you dragging?
Oh my god. But I think that's gonna do it for us this week.
Yeah.
This was fun. It feels good to be back in a formal setting.
It was very chatty today,
Yes.
but it's
Yeah.
it's a familiar setting, and I'm glad
I
to be
like
here.
it.
And yeah, fuck
we
yeah.
haven't been here in a hot minute, so
I'm still on my my hitting a deer high.
yeah.
I think that's why I've been so manic
Yeah, I need to go-
this week.
I need to
One
go
of my
check out your
taillights
car.
is out, so that's cute.
What happened?
One of my tail lights is out, so that's cute.
Well, we're gonna fix that.
Yeah.
Mhm. We're gonna kick the other one out as soon as we leave here.
No.
Man, what's going on with your taillight? And you just go, it was a deer.
I saw we.
Yeah.
I
Are you mad at me?
saw we.
Yeah, that's funny.
Like he asked me to step out the vehicle, and I'm just like, are you mad at me?
Only if I can hold your gun. You can keep the safety on. I just want to. Oh, that's heavy. And I chuck it into the woods. I said, go find it.
Yeah, sure.
I'll give you a kiss on the cheek, officer.
All right. Well, if you'd like to support the show, you can find us on buymeacoffee.com/coffeescream, as well as patreon.com/coffeeandscream for bonus episodes and extra content. We are on X at @CScreamPod. That's C the letter Scream Pod. I am It's Just G. That's just with one S. Also, do not forget to subscribe and listen to How Very Podcast. That is my podcast that I do with my good buddy Holly. Yeah, good times. It's two millennial moms talking about C-sections and stretch marks and
Yeah, what did I
and
say?
Kegels.
Piper? I said they talk about stretch marks and pumping or something.
We talk about
Yeah.
we talk about Kegels and why every woman needs a pair of car tweezers
Oh,
for them chin whiskers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
for the Grays.
no, we
especially
have
the
fun.
Grays.
We have a good time. It's a good time over there. So please check it out.
It's a very good show. I like it. It's funny.
Yes. All right, Piper.
We are on Instagram at Coffee and Scream Pod, and I am Piper A04 over there. Chris.
Guys, we just watched a movie called Mr. Vampire. It was like a kung fu horror. You gotta watch. It was fucking ridiculous. Twitch.tv/WonderTime Theater, kick.com/WonderTime Theater. Tuesdays at 7. Ooh, I went back to like episode
Wow.
97
Hell
or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tuesdays be Tuesdays at 8, but
It's Tuesdays
we got
at 7.
around 7.
7-ish.
Yeah.
Tuesdays at 7-ish.
We had a big power outage last week.
Be there or be
I
square.
didn't even tell my hummingbird story, but I'll tell you guys.
No.
No. Let's get out of
Are
here.
you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
This is the bird show.
This is,
We did talk about birds a lot.
there was a hummingbird stuck for about an hour and a half in the garage, and Rib and I fought tooth and nail. He had a rake, I had a net, and
Yeah.
we were doing everything in our power to not harm this thing.
Yeah.
And have you ever had a hummingbird next to your like head?
Yes.
It's amazing.
They're-
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this little
They're-
machine,
I love them.
and it kept
so
flare.
cute.
It would like flare its chin, and it was like red and orange, but it was green. It
I
was
have a
gorgeous.
hummingbird feeder ring. You fill up the flower. It has 4 rings. We could all wear one and sit outside when it gets
Get the
summertime,
fuck outta here.
and we could feed hummingbirds. They'll come to our fingers. All right. Anyway,
We're doing that.
all right, we're gonna do that. All right. Well, until next time, guys. Lock your doors. Stay safe and be nice to birds. Bye.
Bye.